Hi children, good morning. Today we continue with the lesson section 2. Let me read it for you. Days and weeks went by. It was a month since Gopal had left. The old man worked tirelessly. It was all there in the stone, the strong, straight shoulders of Krishna, his soft, curved hips, the pointed fingers holding the flute delicately to his lips, his serene face eternally beautiful. The old man could see it in the stone. He could feel it. He only had to set it free with a chisel. He didn't feel hunger. He didn't feel thirst. He was driven by the strong desire to finish the sculpture in time. It was his biggest piece of work, his best. It would also be his last. On and on he worked, his chisel striking the stone again and again. But then came the day when the old man felt his strength ebb. His shoulders began to ache, his arms felt heavy, and his vision blurred. Overcome with fear, he sank to his knees and prayed. The old man prayed a lot these days. Master Ji, Salim said, you haven't touched your food again. Please have some rice and vegetables. You only had a glass of milk for breakfast. Have the curd. You like curd, I know you do. The old man looked up. He whispered, I don't think I'll be able to finish it. If Gopal was here, it would be different. He hadn't yet learned to carve the finer details, but in a year or two, he would have learned surely. He felt silent. It was the features and hands that gave him trouble. There was something missing in his figures. That's something which can't be taught. Because it comes from somewhere deep inside you, Salim whispered. From deep inside here. And he pointed to his heart. The old man looked at the boy surprised. He saw him blush and turn his face away. You are right, Salim, you are right. And then he added with sudden bitterness, and if you don't have it here, he thumped his chest. Then you'd better go to Agra and mass produce ashtrays for tourists from abroad. Then the old man coughed painfully and reached for a glass of water. Eat, Masterji, eat. Everything will be all right, he said. After he had eaten, the old man once again took up his hammer and chisel. He worked till late in the night. In the early hours of the morning, the chisel fell from his hand and the hammer dropped to the ground. His whole body sagged, falling forward limply. His forehead struck Krishna's flute and slid down the statue, the rest on the pedestal. When he opened his eyes, he found himself lying on a cot in his bedroom, covered by a light cotton blanket. So, children, after the days and weeks went by, it was a month since Gopal had left his father, and the old man was still working tirelessly on the same sculpture. It was all there in the stone, the strong, straight shoulders of Krishna. So he had his sculpture was looking great. It had curved hips, pointed fingers, holding the flute delicately to its lips. His serene face eternally beautiful. The Lord Krishna's face was looking so beautiful. The old man could see it in the stone. He could feel it. He only had to set it free with the chisel. The statue was nearby completion. So, because of his hard work, the old man did not feel hungry or he did not feel thirsty. Only his strong desire, that is his passion, was to complete the sculpture in time. And that was because it was his biggest work, and he could see, he thought it would also be his last, because now he has become very weak. So he was working, striking the stone again and again. But then came the day when the old man felt his strength ebb. So he understood that now his strength was slowly declining. He had become old. His shoulders were aching and his arms were heavy and his vision was blurred. That means he couldn't see properly. So moreover, he had fear because his son had left him. So he sank to his knees and he found solace in his prayer to God. So he prayed a lot these days because he wanted strength. Then Salim is coming and telling him, you are without eating food, how can you work like this, Master Ji? Please have a glass of milk and curd, or at least curd for your breakfast, is asking him. But the old man looked up, he whispered, I don't think I'll be able to finish it, he said. He was very much worried and concentrated on his work. He didn't even know his hunger. He said, how can I eat properly, because I'm not able to finish my work. If I finish my work only, I can do everything. So he's afraid whether he will not be able to complete it in time. The old man felt that something was missing in his work, because the time Salim is telling, because deep inside you, you are feeling very sad, you are feeling lonely. That's why, that way Salim is telling. Then the old man looked at the boy surprised. When Salim told like that, he was looking at him surprised. You're right, Salim, he said. Then after that, you will also leave me and go to Agra for cheap work. That way he's telling, Master Ji, everything will be all right. That way the boy is telling and making him happy, trying to make him pacify him. After he had eaten, the old man once again took up his hammer and chisel, and then again he started his work, and he finished his lunch. Then again he started his work. The old man once again took up his hammer and chisel and started to work till late in the night. So in the early hours of the morning, that is in the early morning, automatically the chisel fell from his hand and hammer also dropped to the ground. His full body was very tired. He fell down. Without his knowledge, he fainted. And he said, Hi Ram, and he fainted. When he opened his eyes, he found himself lying in a cot in his room. So like that, he opened his eyes, and he was surprised to see himself in his cot. What happens? Let us see in the next video.